Growing up in Papua New Guinea, we didn't really celebrate Anzac Day. Even though I hadn't heard about the military, it was all around me with the World War II relics within Rabaul.
Corporal Talita Stein moved to Australia from PNG when she was a child. She didn't plan on joining the military, but after losing her job during the pandemic, she wanted a new challenge. Corporal Stein says Anzac Day now takes on new meaning.
It's a lot different because I'm now in the Australian Defence Force and I feel a sense of pride putting on the uniform and serving with other members. It gave me the opportunity to actually sit and reflect on what our forefathers had done for us to be where we are today.
As we mark Anzac Day, I also think about my forefathers who were actually involved in the Second World War along the Kokoda tracks.
Colonel Boniface Aruma comes from a legacy of service. His father, Patrick Aruma, served in the ADF.
He joined in 1967 under the Australian Army and served for 24 years and he was a signaller. Of course, my hero and still remains my hero. Passed away in 2009.
There are many Indigenous and Pacific wartime stories, like the famed Fuzzy Wuzzy Angels, Papua New Guinean carriers who helped Aussie soldiers on the Kokoda Trail. The fierce fighters of the 28th Māori Battalion, wielding bayonets like taiaha. And these Indigenous and Torres Strait Island veterans who led the National Anzac Day March in 2017.
About time Indigenous soldiers got a bit of recognition. We haven't had much in the past.
These stories were never forgotten by the soldiers or the communities they hailed from.
In Niue, everyone knows about it. It's celebrated. They're very proud of it. Family members are proud, and the island, everybody's connected because, it's a smaller community compared to other islands.
Award-winning documentary maker Tuki Laumea is back with the online series Untold Pacific History. This season, they explore the story of the 150 Niue men who served in World War I.
When I grew up learning about Anzac, I knew in Flanders Fields, the poppies grow. I knew that poem off by heart. But I didn't know that we had our own compositions in Niue. We have songs that are written about the war. We have songs that document the history and talk about people and talk about a Māori battalion and Niue. And working on this documentary is it revived some of those gems for me, and it gave me access to some of that lost kind of history. Because I bet you all my cousins in my generation, we don't know those songs. We did not grow up listening to that.
Lecky Jackson Burke leads this particular episode, walking the same footsteps his grandfather did as part of the 150.
For heaps of them, it would have been their first time outside of the island. And so when I think about that, I'm like, man, that's admirable. If that was me back in the days, I could not do what my great-grandpa did. That's quite a big undertaking. And because they were quite young, I just think about where my life is now, I would not be able to put everything on hold to go and fight in the war. That's a huge sacrifice. That's kind of the gold that the oldies have that we now need to extract and take from them before they pass on, because if we lose that, then we lose bits of the story that are crucial to us.
We'll always be what we are and we'll always have our culture, but those things are really important to remember that, that's what our people stood for, the amazing things that so many Pacific people did, throughout history. I think it's just important to acknowledge, and their families are still around today, and those are stories that they treasure and hold.